Hey fellas, I was wanting to see if you guys would help me with something here. When I was a kid, we called this stuff Indian tobacco. You guys happen to know it's got that little texture leaf on it, and they got yellow blooms on them. You guys happen to know what that is really called? The name of it? Like I said, when I was a kid, we always called it Indian tobacco, and maybe you guys send me a link to a video on maybe propagating it or growing it, transplanting it and growing some of it or seeding it. And it's a pretty good patch right here, just on the side of this gravel road at Mom's house. And I've got some up by the railroad, but I ain't got nothing like this. I mean, this goes over this little hill here and it goes to the right over here. And it's a weird spot in the road. I think the road they cut to a burial mound or something. It looks like it, but there's a pond with a big sinkhole with great big flagstones all over it. The pond, the bottom fell out of it into a sinkhole, and there's flagstone down there on top of it. It looks like a lid. It looks like a lid to a sarcophagus. That's what it looks like. And there's like 3 or 4 of them down in this bottom. It was a pond, and it's kind of weird because the ponds around over here, these things filled from the bottom. You know, you'd think of runoff, water runoff filling the ponds. But around here, the ponds always filled from the bottom. You know, when it rained, the water would come off the hill, it'd fill in the sinkholes and rise up through the bottom of the ponds. But, you know, I mean, all these cities, they drill these great big wells for the city water, and then they just drain the water table. You know, and then they built, you know, the reservoir dams and stuff, blocking off all the other stuff. I understand that, to spread the water out. But then again, you know, a bunch of ponds around here went dry. I probably know of 10 dry ponds within probably a mile in any direction. Now you go on top of these great big hills, on top of the escarpment over here, there's like 5 or 6 ponds on top of it. Dude, always got water, dude. It never go dry. And they're like 800 foot above sea level. They always hold water. But these ones down here on the bottom, yeah, the bottoms fell out of them. Is what's happened to them. They say, oh, you cracked it or whatever. It ain't you cracked it. It filled from the bottom up. The water rises. You know. Anyway, yeah, this Indian tobacco stuff here, fellas. If you guys know what that's actually really called, the actual name of it, and maybe you can send me a link or a comment. And I'd even like to know how to propagate it so I could seed it out and make a little garden out of it, instead of me just coming over here and mutilating all this and for nothing if it can't be done. Anyway, this could have been Chief Charlie White Eyes' secret stash right here of his good stuff for the peace pipe. Anyway, we're right on the Buffalo Trace, right close to the Buffalo Trace at Clark's Ford. The old Indian Road is, I think I've just come from over there. The oldest log cabin in Crawford County is for sale. They moved it. It was on the other side of the county, and they moved it in 1968. And it's actually come up for sale, the cabin is. And they moved it with the floor intact and everything. It's what it looked like to me. I went in there and checked it out, so I might bid on that. July 24th, I think, is when it comes up for auction. I'm going to try to talk Mom into it, or Dad, or Grandma, or Great-Grandma. Or maybe one of you guys, or girls. And, but the Historical Society will probably be all over it. It's on a 1 acre lot with the Great Blue River frontage adjacent to Clark's Ford. So, pretty high value word association, you know, by its pedigree, if they even promote it as that. Not everybody knows all that stuff, fellas. Alright, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for any comments or the answers. Enjoy your holiday. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence. Don't sweat too much. I'm sweating like a stuck hog right now.